And then I just had to wake up early and went to bed late.
Why'd you have to wake
I'm a
up?
tired dad. Why?
Yeah.
It's a baby who started crying.
Why are they doing that?
You
I know, it's really
you were
annoying.
crying and woke yourself up.
I'm not a baby. I am not a baby.
Not like
Why
a
don't
baby.
you-
I feel like a baby today, actually.
Adam, why don't you so you don't have to wake up, you could like make a little ceramic head of yourself, put it in
Yeah.
the end of your bed.
Where am I? So the ceramic head is in the bed.
And then you're sleeping
And then-
somewhere else.
Yeah,
I'm
then
like
you gotta
curled
go
up on
sleep
like
in
the
the car or
bathroom
something.
floor. Yeah, but I'm sleeping still,
That's all
and
that
it's
matters.
pretty sweet. Yeah. Hey man. Hey Ryan.
Hey,
How's it going, dude?
I'm crooked.
Um,
But besides your
Ryan's
penis, how's it going?
Ryan's
Oh,
back on the
right.
pod. He's here. He's happy to be here. But unfortunately he's imprisoned in Alcatraz, the Rock.
It's been a difficult
Wow, this
situation.
is fun.
We got a one in, one out policy on this podcast, and Mike's out, I'm in.
We're watching Escape from Alcatraz, 1977, 79,
79.
directed by Don Siegel, written by our good buddy Dick Tuggle,
Sorry, my wife.
starring
Dick Tug. Ryan, do you hear that? This guy's
Dick
name is
Tu-
Dick Tuggle.
Oh, there's a lot of funny names going on with this movie.
most
guys-
importantly though, starring Clint Eastwood of the
No, most
Gorillas.
importantly, written by Dick Tuggle, I would say. But that's cool.
Special cameo appearance in his first movie, Danny Glover.
Really?
Local San Francisco actor Danny Glover shows up in the
Who?
movie. He plays a prisoner and he gets a book. He's one of the guys who gets a book from the book cart.
Oh,
That's cool.
And they dubbed his voice so you don't even recognize him. That's a little movie trivia for everybody.
That's so
yeah, I
mean
noticed
when
that.
people
It
do
sounded
that.
weird.
When a movie does that to an actor, that's so mean. Like
Yeah.
what, their voice is not good enough for the movie? It's Danny Glover too.
Or maybe they're not available. There's a movie called
Oh yeah.
Death Game where Seymour Cassell hated working on the movie, so he refused to do any ADR. So then they just did ADR for his voice over the entire film, and it's very weird. But
That's what Tommy Wiseau did to himself in The Room.
shit happens. Yeah, but he used his own voice.
I know, that's why it's so cool. He like took it to the art form of ADR to the next level.
Now, Escape from Alcatraz, I like this movie. This is a well-made movie. We're doing a bunch of prison movies. This is a classic prison film, also a prison escape film, which we haven't done. We've done Bad Boys. We've done American Me. And Bad Boys did have an escape scene, so I guess that's not exactly true. There was an escape scene in Bad Boys with the paint, and they ripped open the fence. So it's cool that prison movies have all these different elements, and that they sort of there's like a giant Venn diagram of different
Gross.
cliches, and then they pick and choose and they overlap. But this one's all about the escape, and it's got some other great cliches. We got the big bully, the spaghetti slurping buddy Wolf, who wants to make Clint
big
Eastwood
bully.
his new punk.
That's what I call my rapist. I call him my bully.
I mean, it's pretty punk.
He's just a big bully. This guy raping me?
He doesn't rape Clint Eastwood. He tries.
Oh,
but
yeah,
Clint
he
Eastwood,
Tries.
Clint Eastwood does a cool move where he kind of smiles and looks like he's going in for a kiss, and then he
Yeah,
beats the
that's
shit
cool.
out of him.
It would have been cool if he
He
just
even
kissed
he
him,
even
though.
puts his hand on the nape of his neck.
Yeah, he like grabs his ass.
It would have been cooler if he would have made out with him and then
Yeah.
beat him up.
Yeah. Isn't this it made me think because we watched another Clint Eastwood movie recently where he gets like hit on by a guy and stuff, and it's like this happens a lot in Clint Eastwood movies where it's like there's a scene specifically where some guy wants to fuck him and he's like, "Hey, I'm not gay."
Yeah, Tightrope, which was also written and directed by Dick Tuggle.
Oh yeah, Dick
This
Tuggle.
movie had a different director, though. This was Don Siegel. And this was
But-
the last Don Siegel movie that he made
Wait,
with
he
Clint
did-
Eastwood.
Dirty
But
Harry.
it's like he made Dirty Harry too.
Exactly.
And
Dirty Harry, Kogan's Bluff.
in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I've never seen, but the Donald
That was
Sutherland
Philip
one.
Kaufman.
Um,
That was Philip
whatever.
Kaufman, not Don Siegel. Although the original, the original. He made the original in the
Ooh,
50s,
boy, Willie.
but not with Donald
Anyway,
Sutherland.
but there's the thing about Clint Eastwood movies that I'm realizing after watching a couple of them, where it's like there's a thing too where he always he can never be like alphaed by anybody
No.
in a scene. There's like a thing where like the librarian calls him like boy and he has to call him boy back, and it's like he doesn't respect the social order of the jail when he gets in there and
Well,
stuff like
he's got a superior IQ.
It's true.
my rap sheet would say that too, probably. IQ superior. No, that's what it
My
said.
rap sheet would say it would say IBS superior.
um but
Yeah,
dude,
Clint
but
Eastwood is
he's
he kind of became a persona after this movie, like definitely with Dirty Harry. And but the other thing is he's huge. When you see him in the beginning of this movie, brought into the prison, it's raining. He like lords over these prison guards. He's giant.
How old was he in this?
he's as tall as that
79?
he's as tall as that WNBA player that
He was
you
tw
sent a picture of.
He's 48 years old.
Oh, damn. Yeah, he's a buff boy for
Dude, also by the way, like so he's always like, hey, there's always a scene where he's like, I'm not gay. And then like, but there's also a scene where he's like makes us look at his ass.
Well, that apparently was a Don Siegel thing. And this is like Don Siegel was the one guy who could tell him what to do.
Don
And that
Siegel didn't direct Tightrope. Dick
no,
Tuggle did.
I know,
And you
but
see his ass in that.
you see his cock in this movie.
Oh, you
what?
see Clint Eastwood's cock?
You can see Clint Eastwood's cock if
Balls?
you no, but it's very tiny. It's like a wide shot walking fully nude through the jail, and you can see his cock, and it looks like it's literally
Wait,
like
you're saying
a,
his wiener's very tiny?
it's like a grain of rice on the screen. That's how small it is. But I saw it. I was
You
looking.
walked in.
That's why I always have to, yeah. I have a cock that's like a grain of rice too, but it's
It
on the
doesn't matter.
screen, of course. It's not, you know.
Oh, I got a whole bag of rice down what I'm working with. Got a
Hell
whole
yeah,
10
bro.
pound bag.
You just have a
Okay,
lot of really tiny cocks.
let's let me we have
Collection of cocks.
Yeah.
okay. So here's the screenshot I took,
Show
and
us the
it's
penis.
Oh,
Clint
wow.
Eastwood in the actual Alcatraz jail, I believe.
Can you
I
do a like hyper zoom?
enhance.
Oh, he's
Enhance.
in.
Yeah. He's enhancing.
I
Dang, he's
can't
got
go.
a hog.
I
I don't
can't
know.
go any
That could be
closer.
balls. It's hard to
No, it's
tell.
hog. It's hog.
That's
What
hog.
what was he talking his ball? His ball's got to be
Well,
somewhere
it's
in the
in
picture.
shadow. It's in shadow. It's overhead lighting.
They're above. That's what you think the pubic part is.
Did you brighten this shot?
No.
How much have you Okay. How much work have you done on this? That's cool. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's probably, I don't know, probably have a hog.
He has
You
a
Damn,
think
piece.
Clint Eastwood has a hog?
apparently. And apparently,
Why doesn't he show us his fucking hog? If he's got a hog, why doesn't he show us that instead of his ass? It's always
He
like,
did. He
look at my
does.
you could see
ass.
it
Calm
underneath,
down.
hanging below.
Guys, calm down. Look, he gets naked. He walks to jail. He gets
You see
into
his
his
butt from the
cell.
front. You're saying, right?
It's
That's how big it is.
That's cool. Hell yeah. He's got
it's a
implants.
this is a humiliating ritual. You see, he's a piece of meat. And that's what
Yeah.
these guys become in prison. They become pieces of meat. And the warden, played by Patrick McGoohan, long shakes
That's funny, yeah.
from Braveheart and the prisoner.
Ah,
He's a real asshole.
yeah, he's like a
What?
nerd.
The
He's like a
warden,
bad, he's a nerd bad guy. He's like a nerdy bad guy.
he's just
He's
doing his
cold.
job.
No, Ryan. He's cold.
He
He's mean. He takes away a great guy. He takes away Doc. He takes away his painting. He won't let him
Because
paint.
he painted an unflattering portrait of the warden.
It was pretty good, actually.
I thought it was
It,
good.
and he has a funny expression.
It's like that's what you look like, bro. He should have been. painted him with
Dang, that dude just died in
big,
2011.
A
big,
giant hog.
no, big lips and like pouty.
Racist?
He's not black.
You being racist?
Yeah. What do you mean?
White people can have big, juicy lips too, dude.
Like Super Dave on the
Prove it.
Conan?
On what?
Super Dave on Conan
He
O'Brien.
did a thing where he had big, juicy lips.
Yeah, you never seen that?
No, I never saw it. Sounds fun though. I love Super Day.
I want to talk about butts.
Yeah, let's talk about Clint Eastwood's butt, dude.
No, his friend
Oh,
Butts.
Charlie butts. Oh,
Oh, you found the Super Dave. It's muted.
I know. You got to watch it at home. It's hilarious. Now, the prison shower scene. This is a classic of cinema. I wonder, I could be wrong. Is this the first prison shower scene
No.
fight?
oh yeah.
79? No, there's got to be. Maybe.
It's probably one of the most famous ones. Now, did you guys notice that a lot of scenes in this movie seem to be in Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah. It's like the
There's a
same loop.
bunch of little details in this movie that ended up in Shawshank Redemption. Like, um, the guy has the mouse, and then in
Yeah.
Shawshank, the
Right.
old man has like the bird, and
Right.
then they go like, "What's that flower?" He's like, "That's what they can't take away from you."
Yeah, yeah, that's Shawshank
And
shit.
then that scene in the library where where Paul Benjamin, what's his name, English, the black guy, the
Yeah.
older black guy, he kind of, it's like, oh, he's in a library. That's kind of, I mean, I know Tim Robbins worked in the library in Shawshank, but it kind of looks like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Tim Robbins does the pushing
Right.
the library cart
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah, it's like the same.
There's a couple of
When did that come
elements.
out?
Also, 86? He escapes from prison.
Oh. Do you like Shawshank, William? You should need to get that out there before
When
you.
I was a kid, I watched it a lot. I think it's it's a good Hollywood movie when you're
Wait,
a
Stephen
teenage.
King wrote that. So what, he just fucking ripped this movie off?
It's in his novel
Probably.
Force. It's well, he has an anthology book called Four Seasons, and The Body's in there, Stand by Me, Shawshank Redemption's in there, or it's called Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. I read it in high school. It's very short.
I think I read it too,
I don't remember.
just for the record.
I just remember it being very similar to the movie. Like,
You
oh, it's
know,
like the movie.
the craziest thing, and I was thinking
Oh,
this,
right.
like this, it's like shot for shot in Shawshank Redemption is Clint Eastwood's ass.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you remember that part?
They also called Clint Eastwood the new fish, which they call
Yeah,
Tim
fish.
Robbins in
It could
Shawshank.
that could just be like true terms, you know?
I know, but it's I think Stephen King has seen this movie a bunch.
I mean, I wish Mike was here. I wanted to ask Mike if it's common in maximum security prisons to have an accordion in your cell that you can just play.
This was
That's what fucking
Alcatraz
Clint
in
Eastwood is. Clint Eastwood's
79.
fucking playing an accordion. Oh, this is like supposed to be like hell on earth. He's like playing like the Zataran song.
It's almost like they give them things so they can take it away, like the
Uh,
painting. Because the
some,
warden in this movie is a real prick.
Yeah, I would be
yeah.
too. You just have to take a freaking ferry to work every day. It's
Yo,
you're probably like soggy and salty and
you were sympathizing with the warden the whole time.
yeah, he was just doing his job and it
Have you
Yeah.
sucked. It was a
guys
shitty job. Why do those people go to prison to begin with? It's their fault.
Yeah,
have
I
you
bet he'd
guys
be so pissed that he found out. He's like, "You're warden of a jail." He's like, "That's awesome." And he's like, "Oh, it's on an island. You have to like take
Ugh.
a boat to it every
Yeah,
day. It's only the prison is on the island." It's like, fuck.
that was like a normal
every
thing back
day.
then.
Plus, he's probably lives out of the city, so he's got to commute like an hour to get to the ferry, commute like
Yeah.
45 minutes.
People
I'd
take
be
ferries to
irritable.
work.
No, they don't.
Staten Island ferry,
That's not real. That's not a real
That's just
thing.
in movies.
Yeah.
the Titanic. The
And look how that turned out.
have you ever been to
Yeah.
Alcatraz?
No, I've
No,
never been.
I was supposed to go, but they placed me somewhere else for a couple of years.
Oh.
Because you
Um,
kept escape.
I was
You were just
kind of a
escaping.
bad boy, so
Yeah, that's cool.
you were like Al Capone, but
uh-huh.
they're like, he's too intense for Al Capone. He'll rape Al Capone if he goes here.
Yeah,
We got to protect Al Capone.
I'm an alpha pone.
Hell
Alcatraz
yeah,
is a.
dude.
I went to Alcatraz a bunch as a kid. It's one of those like school vacation or school what's it called?
Field
Field
trips.
trips. You have to go to a lot. We also went to Angel Island, which they talk about in the movie. Angel Island was the Japanese version of Ellis Island on the West Coast. So all the Japanese people would go to Angel Island, and they would make them just like wait around for like 2 or 3 months to make sure they didn't have like lice or you know other stupid diseases before they let them live in America. But Alcatraz is
Uh,
a very small island. It's very cold. It's very wet. It's completely falling apart. If you've never been, you got to go soon because pretty soon they're not going to let you inside the buildings. Nothing is maintained. They're crumbling. It's just crumbling. And there's
That's
like
fine.
a bunch of places on Alcatraz you can't go to when I was a kid. So I bet it's just getting worse. And a lot of birds are taking over and they're literally the birds are shitting so much on the buildings that it's like corroding the building.
that's cool.
How
The birds are
how
taking it
um
back.
how long was it open?
It was well, it originally was a military base in like 1850. It opened as a prison in 1930 something, and then it closed in like 1962. Basically, after the escape, and they said
Yeah,
it
it
co-
said 2 years after or a year
on
after that escape.
on Wikipedia it said, or I guess the FBI website I read it on or something. It was like on Alcatraz, a prisoner costs $10 a day, whereas in other federal prisons they cost $3 a day. So they closed it. It was very small. It couldn't expand and it didn't have a lot of people. And people and there were other people who like escaped from Alcatraz. There was even a guy who escaped
Yeah, dude.
and made it to the shore but was so sick and tired and had hypothermia. They were like they were able to easily like arrest him.
Pick him up in the morning.
I could escape
Yeah.
from this. I think I could escape actually from this prison after watching it. Also, like old ladies swim in the bay and stuff. Like
In
old ladies in
bodysuits,
bathing caps and stuff. What's up? Say it again.
in wetsuits.
Nah, it's no big deal.
It's very cold.
Not for me.
Yeah, it is. This ain't
No,
no
it's
Florida
not.
beach. This is a cold San Francisco Bay. Did you know Mark Twain said the coldest summer he ever spent was a winter in San Francisco?
Yeah, I heard that somewhere.
Yeah, who said that? Somebody
The
said that.
coldest penis he ever sucked was a vagina in San Francisco.
Yeah, totally. Or the smallest penis he ever sucked was a vagina in San Francisco.
And it was Clint Eastwood.
I know a
Clint
guy who's
Eastwood.
like, oh yeah, Clint Eastwood. I know a guy who said that he was going down on a girl one time and she had a huge clit and he found that he was just sucking the clit like a dick. He turned out to be
Was this
bisexual,
an
but
actual friend?
Yeah, yeah.
Or was
His
this
name was
news?
Father Bowers. Your father's
No,
official
actually his name
name.
was William Mendoza.
Oh wow. Well,
Father
Yeah.
Mendoza?
Yep. That's a true
but
story, by the way. So come on.
flesh is flesh, baby. That's what I say. Give
I
me
think it's
some.
cool.
Give me a little pacifier, and I'm a happy boy.
If
Yeah.
it's true, Adam, say the guy's name.
Ryan County.
Wasn't that
No,
the
that's
rumor
not
of
true.
China that she had a large clitoris?
That's not a root. You
Yeah.
can see it, dude. Pull it up. Enhance.
Well, that's a steroids thing.
Oh, really? That's a plot. That's a perk. If I was a chick, I'd be doing mad
Yeah.
steroids then. I would try to get the biggest clit if
I
I was
think
a lady
it makes weenies small
and
and those
clits big.
big. Yeah,
Whoa.
it's like a little dingus.
Holy crap.
It's just a little
Oh,
dingus.
the piercing is also kind of shocking too. But that does look like that's a cute little penis right there.
That's a clitoris of a beautiful lady, a wrestler named China. R.I.P.
Joni Lore. From
It's
what?
when are you guys gonna do porn?
What do you mean when? I've been trying
Like,
to get my OnlyFans popping off for a long time and nobody's
like you
interested.
guys are.
I'm trying to get into the WNBA first, and then I'm gonna parlay that into an OnlyFans
You
career.
guys like your career isn't working out. It's time to do porn like China.
Yeah, that's true. What a goddess.
Yeah, that's a little weenie.
William's just scrolling this Google
That's
image.
literally just a little weenie.
Some of
We
those are
were all kind of just
penises.
silently watching while you were scrolling.
We're just
I
looking
mean,
at
I haven't
little.
seen that since I was a kid.
A little weenie.
No, the China one.
Uh, you saw China's clit when you were a little kid?
Yeah, I didn't actually have the luxury of looking at of like seeing my own little weenie because I didn't have much of a childhood. Had to grow up real fast in my wee, and it started with my hog.
Yeah.
Or what's the saying in the movie? Clint Eastwood says I didn't have much of a child, or
Oh,
it was
gotcha.
too short. Yeah, my hog was so big I had to just become an adult real quick.
China said she didn't have
You're
much
like,
of a
I gotta
clit.
grow up.
China said she didn't have much of a clit hood
Yeah.
Right.
because it
Oh,
was
she
so
doesn't have a
big.
clit hood. Yeah, damn.
The
You're
whole it
right.
was so big. Now we should talk about Clint Eastwood in English. Two men who get along and become friends. There's a very interesting scene where
Beautiful
th
bromance.
they sit. Clint Eastwood wants to sit next to English on the top step of these like stairs in the yard. Well, they're like it's kind of like an amphitheater setup. It's like these like rows, and uh, English says, "Oh, you don't want to sit next to me because you're not as good as me, or what? You don't like N words?" And Clint Eastwood's like, then gets up and sits next to him. He's like, "No, I just don't like N words."
Yeah.
One of the all-time great dialogue scenes in movie history.
Yeah, he just repeats what English says every time they interact.
Okay, and it's always a racial slur.
Yeah.
Okay, boy.
Well, he
Well, I
called it
mean,
English
between
calls
both
him
of them.
boy first,
Yeah.
but
I know, boy.
I don't think it's that big of a deal to get called boy.
You would? Why would you? You're not black.
Oh, I see.
And I,
I think I get it now.
Okay,
Like, oh, hell
boy.
yeah. I thought I was like, oh, this guy thinks I'm his friend. That's what I would think, probably.
oh, this is a
But yeah,
father figure situation.
dude.
That's weird. This guy's the same age as me, but he's calling me boy. It's kind of like we're father and son. This is nice.
Yeah, you should. Clint Eastwood should have called him dad. Should have called English dad.
China really hated it when people called her boy. She got
They shouldn't have.
that little boy thing.
She's a beautiful lady. We
It'd
also
be,
got to talk. We got to talk about
oh,
Fred Ward, who's in this movie. One of our great actors from Tremors.
yeah. What do you want to say about him?
Is he
He's the
the
same in
one?
every movie.
Is he this one with
Yeah,
the
he's
mouse?
what's his deal? What is his charm? How would you describe his charm?
Gruff. He's gruff.
Yeah, but he's still kind of like smiley and shit. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Kind of like you know what I mean? It's like a kind of a smirky, like
Who is he in this?
he's one of the
He's
brothers, one of the guys that escapes.
Oh,
I don't know how to describe it. I'm not, I'm tired, but
he's the guy in Tremors.
yeah, I'm
Who's
looking at
not
him now.
Kevin Bacon.
Interesting.
I've never seen Tremors.
Miami
What?
Blues. Oh,
Who
good.
cares? Who
God.
cares?
Let's
What?
watch it. Let's put it on the watch list.
Adam, have you seen The Goonies?
Of course.
Okay.
Adam is a goonie.
Yeah, Sloth.
I'm
He's got a
trying to
Superman
think of
t-shirt
what
on.
Goonie I actually am, but then they're all fucking
You're either
losers.
Sloth or the old mom.
You could be maybe you could be Josh Brolin, like you're like
Hell yeah,
working
Josh Brolin.
working out,
Short stack. I
short
got
round,
booby. Yeah, I got booby traps.
data.
Yeah.
You're Corey Feldman, bro. Your mouth.
Oh, hell yeah.
Um,
You know,
dude,
Goonies and Stand By Me have a lot in common
Yeah.
when you think
yeah,
about it.
They're all
okay,
going to
go
see a dead
ahead.
body.
They got Corey Feldman. There's a pirate ship in both.
The dead body in both.
Pirate
There's a
ship and Stand By Me? What are you talking about?
there's a gang.
Leeches on their little weenies.
There's a gang that's attacking them.
Mm, dude,
Goonies is underrated.
if you get a
Back
leech right in the right spot, I bet it feels good though on your wiener.
maybe
I got too
China
much
had
blood
one.
coursing through this sucker. Yeah.
You know
Maybe
what I'm
China
saying?
had one.
No, she
You can put
needed
it,
one. She needed a couple. That thing was huge.
dude. She needs a real man to take care of that thing. You know what I'm saying, fellas?
If a leech was on my
Let's
penis, you know
double
what I would
team.
do?
Let's double suck that thing.
If a
Like
leech
a
was on my penis, you know what I would do?
like a Chinese finger trap.
Like
I
what
would,
you I'm on one side, Ryan's on the other side.
Yeah, it's a China finger trap.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
if that happened to you guys, or if it was to happen to me, you know what I do? I'd take a little axe and I'd chop it right off.
Yep, all five of them. All five of
I'd
my little weenies I'd chop right off.
Oh, dude.
First, I'd call over an authority so that there's supervision.
I didn't know what was going on at first with that. I was like, why did he call that guy over? Did he chop the guy's fingers off?
duck because he can't
Yeah.
paint. He's upset. He cut his fingers off in protest.
That's all
Big
I
deal.
had.
You can't paint. Who cares?
That's all
Well,
he
that's
had.
that's the little yeah, that's the little bit he had inside, and they broke him. That's why they and then they get the idea to escape because it's like we can't stay here.
Oh, sure. They're just like it's two soul. Yeah, their soul has no has only one choice.
Plus, the
You know what I mean?
wolf, the rapist guy, is messing with them.
I would just kill that guy. Like
That's
also,
illegal. You'll spend more time in prison.
but wait. So this is the only motherfucker that rapes and I thought
He's the
like
biggest boy.
does not seem like that bad of a prison.
Well,
He was the China.
that's that movie cliche shit. It's just like there's always one rapist guy in these movies. It's not
Nasty
like
Nate.
it's never every guy's a rapist trying to rape you, which is what it would be like if I was there.
Yeah, I mean, it depends how long.
If
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 William's
you were
there for like 3 weeks. They're like, hey, you're gonna
everyone's
have
trying
to.
to rape William.
No, he's the wolf.
Oh, I see. I see.
But it's like, man, you're only here for like a month. What are you doing? Just out. You could have just kept quiet and
You were just here for shoplifting.
yeah, what the hell?
You're right. Nasty Nate is one. He's the classic in Half Baked.
Right. I'm
Shawshank has
somebody's
that.
bitch.
Yeah.
The cool redhead guy in Shawshank, who's
Yeah.
like, he's in Aliens. He's great.
I'm gonna give you something and you're gonna swallow it. He says something like that.
He gets, and then
That's all I remember. I'm
Gross.
not saying that, Ryan. That's a line from the movie. Don't shake your head.
Adam, that
That's
is
not what
disgusting.
I'm not.
You came up with that? That's
That's not the kind of thing that I
disgusting.
say to people
You have children,
like
Adam.
that. Well,
Gross.
you're kind of like Tim Robbins.
how so?
You've been raped in the mouth many times.
Oh yeah, sure. I thought
Yeah,
you were gonna say because
Um,
I'm tall.
no, not the library
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that too. Yeah, I don't think you'd be opening a library. What would you
Yeah.
open in
You
a
also
prison?
it's like a lot of protein, so that's why you're so tall.
You would edit videos for
You
the
made me
warden.
strong, dude. Dude, I'd open a GameStop in the prison.
You would
Hey
edit
guys,
TikToks for the warden.
hell
You'd be
yeah,
like you'd be like that lady that just got arrested.
You would edit TikToks for Nasty Nate
Yeah.
yeah,
of him like having prison life.
yeah. I mean, hey, work is work. I've pretty much done that kind of thing for like YouTubers. It's basically the same thing. I've done that for rapists, so I actually have made videos for like social
Who,
media
Kevin Spacey?
Oh,
clips
and
for rapists.
also
So no big deal.
thank you for bringing that up. I just want to say to all the rapists that lost their house this week in LA, thoughts and prayers go out to you. Can't be
Oh,
easy.
think about how many
Not
like child rape dungeons have burned down.
yeah, that's what they're so
all
pissed
all the
about.
child porn that is burnt, all the memories that can't be saved.
I'm tearing up.
Just SD cards melted. I don't even want to think.
Yeah, that's a
Magazines.
little too real.
Oh man, I mean,
That's too
we're not
real.
talking about. We're
No,
not
you know
talking
how
about
much an SD
Altadena.
card costs? That sucks if it gets melted.
We're only talking about Pacific Palisades and Malibu. Okay, not
Yeah,
Altadena, where the
yeah.
normal people
Altadena is a
live.
nice working class black community.
But
Oh, so
Billy
you're saying you're saying that community can't be pedophiles?
Billy Crystal
Is
has
that
lost
racist?
all of his child
Say black people can't
pornography
be pedophiles?
allegedly.
Watch
Allegedly.
this.
I just start putting a black face on and then leave the Zoom.
And then you turn and you're just like looking at child. I'm like, oh, okay.
Watch this.
There's got to be like a Jackie Robinson of pedophiles, like the first black guy to really do it, like on a big stage.
If
Or
you
there will be
have
one day when the world's ready.
we're kidding around, but if you actually want to donate child pornography, please email it to adambowerseditor@gmail.com.
Don't use my actual work email.
Please
You
send it to
do.
him. He will pass it along. CC
Oh fuck, I gotta get
FBI.
a new Gmail now. That's my professional email.
Well,
Jesus
you're only gonna have
Christ.
to get a new one because it's probably already full of that kind of stuff. So you just need more space.
That's true. I'm running out of space already. So
He likes to help. He's the more, responsible one of us. Um, Luckily, the guys in Alcatraz don't do that kind of stuff. They just kill people and
Play the
out of
accordion.
self-defense, you
wait,
know?
what did Clint Eastwood do to get in there, by the way? I
Yeah, did
missed
they
that
ever
part.
mention that?
Something really cool.
What
Smoking
if
a
he was there
cig.
as
Well,
a pedophile
he's
and we're like, hey, he's the hero. Yay, you
what about
escaped.
what about Butts?
Oh, apparently he's escaped from numerous facilities.
Yes, that's why they're in the federal. He's in the big federal prison. But he stole a car and went across another
He
state line, and then that became a federal charge.
God damn, that's so
That's originally
what a
what got
bust.
him. Yeah.
These are very good guys considering they're criminals. Like we're not really like we're supposed to
Yeah.
be rooting for them. That's another part of
Yeah.
the prison movie genre. Con Air, right? He's a good
Well,
guy.
I was saying this. I was
Yes,
saying this
yeah.
while I was
Likable.
watching it. Is like I always love it. It gives hope when you watch something where it's like somebody escaping authority. It's a
Yeah,
good.
it's all
Hmm.
It's a
about hope.
good. Like I don't. I mean that dude could have been a murderer or whatever. But it's like okay, well that's still tight.
It's still a W. Still
A
gotta give him the
cab, a
dub.
cab. That
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
true.
It's like that's why we're pro OJ on this podcast. He got one up.
Oh my God. If he did it, he probably would have wrote a book about it, and he didn't. So,
No, he did, Ryan.
He
And the
huh?
did
book was
right.
called If I Did.
No, he didn't.
And he wrote
What?
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Damn. If I
He
did,
was
he did.
looking for
yeah.
I'm just sad he
If I
didn't
did,
find the
he
real killer before he died.
that'd have been awesome if he was like publicly like making that his like personal quest.
Like a true detective situation.
But just every year he was like, I still haven't found this guy.
The Today he never would have gotten away with it. I mean, the amount of ring cameras that are probably in Brentwood is insane.
Right.
There's no way he would have not been on camera doing this.
Mm.
So
Also, wasn't he
OJ,
driving a Bronco?
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know how many cars he had.
He
But
would have had a self-driving Tesla driving his ass around.
Oh
today
yeah.
he would
He's
have
in the
been
back seat.
arrested. He would have been arrested. He would have been in prison and he would have been planning a masterful escape like the men in this movie involving a nail clipper and pulling off a grill and then making papier-mâché heads or plaster
Yeah.
heads with
Beautifully done.
real
That
hair.
is
Beautifully
good
done.
hair.
Real hair, real eyebrows. They had they made a smile.
It'd be
Oh, and
cool if he like just found like meaning in making that paper mache
And he just
head.
stays
And he was
in.
just like, yeah, he's like, you know what? I really like making these heads.
You know what? I think I've found my escape.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm
And
gonna
he's
make
cool. He's a
mine
piece.
have nice big lips and an open mouth,
I
He
think
just makes a head. It's just-
and
long hair,
that's how the
and
freaking
it completely
Princess Leia hair, so you can grip it on the side,
makes
two-handed.
being in jail a lot more goes
he
down a
just
lot smoother.
Oh,
makes it
but
look
hey,
oddly like English.
Yeah.
butts, can you moan for me?
But if anybody's coming, whistle and moan.
I didn't
Oh
like that this
yeah.
guy Butts, Charlie Butts. He keeps
Okay, I
going
want to
around and
talk about
going,
that guy.
well, he keeps going around when he first gets there. He's like, hi, I'm Charlie Butts.
Look up that actor's characters that he's played.
Well, Adam, you should know who that actor is.
I know who
Yeah.
this is. Yeah, because we were talking about him. He was in this other Michael Douglas movie from the 80s. And we were like, oh, this
Oh,
is like an early role. But then it's just like, this is like a way bigger early role.
what else
No,
was
no,
he in?
no. Don't you know what he's in?
Yeah.
Your
It's something you can
favorite,
it's
your
something you can
favorite
never
show you
do
got to
because you
bring
have a
up,
full family
and
now.
Ryan's here. You got to tell him.
It's your
He's,
favorite movie.
what are you talking about?
You don't know what he's in?
Just say your stupid joke, you idiot.
He's the
What
real.
is?
He's fake Kramer.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
Sorry.
wasn't thinking that.
I
God
thought you were
damn it.
trying to
Why
get
you
me
gotta
to
bring
say
up
that he was in
Seinfeld?
Friends because isn't he in Friends too? Yeah, he plays the Kramer on the show that Jerry and George make
Right.
in Seinfeld. He's the
Tom
fake Kramer.
Pepper
That's his name in the show. Oh, this is his
What
real name?
what
in the
other names
show. In
has
the
he
Oh,
show,
okay, okay.
and what other movies has he been in?
Billy Madison,
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
I
Woman,
believe he plays a
Planes, Trains, and
neighbor.
Automobiles, Armed and Dangerous, Rat
Home Alone.
Boy,
He's in Home Alone.
Yes.
He's like the cop, like
He's
that
the
eats
neighbor.
is eating the donut.
Sergeant Larry
No.
Ballsack. That's a funny
Oh,
name.
yeah. His name is Ballsack, and then in this he's Charles
He's in the
Butts.
Star Chamber.
Yeah, he's in that movie, this movie, other movie we did. But also, as you talk about Home Alone and the neighbor, is the old guy, the old man with the shovel in Home
Yeah.
Alone? Like the doc, is he the old man in the shovel?
Yes. Yeah. Right? That's what I thought.
I
Robert
think
Blossoms.
Yeah.
Robert Blossom. Was
Yes,
he wearing
but
like a
that is
little
him.
hat
That
with
is
like a
him.
Yeah,
sunflower on
he's
it?
the neighbor the yeah.
That is him.
That's cool. Is his brother Joey Lawrence in the 90s? He's fucking Blossom. What kind of name is that?
His name he should be
It's all right.
Chrysanthemum.
He
Yeah.
writes. Does he write Zionist children's novels?
Yeah. Oh, she wrote that one book that she
Doesn't she?
I thought she just was like saying I like this or something like
Oh, I
that.
don't know.
Um, anyway, but yeah, that's cool.
How about Escape from Gaza? Would that be a cool movie?
Dude.
It'd be short.
All right. Fun stuff, fun stuff, fun
You
thing to joke
lo-
about. But hey,
Oh,
I
it's
was
too
gonna say
far.
this motherfucker Charlie Butts, he's talking about he's introducing himself saying I'm Charlie Butts, and then everybody's like, what the fuck? And then he's like acting like weird that when people are making fun of his name, it's like, why you just say I'm
Well,
Charlie?
he's
Just
like
don't say your last name if your last name is Butts.
they make fun of him by saying Charlie's butt.
You're looking for any kind of entertainment when you're stuck
No,
in
I
there.
get it, I get it.
I would, you know
Also,
what I
why
would like to.
wasn't Wolf going after Butts?
Oh
I
yeah, for
know.
real.
Well, what?
It's a
Why
little
wasn't Clint Eastwood going after butts? I think it would be a cool little turn if he was just he took all the guys out like they're climbing through the tunnels, and then
He
they
just
go
ra-
into a pipe, and then he just like they get stuck into like these pipes and they can't move, and he just like rapes them. He's
yeah,
like, yeah.
exactly what I wanted. There's no ceiling escape.
and then he comes and then he goes back into his cell and goes to sleep.
What
Yeah.
about that scene where you think he's his like heads and the fake heads in the cell and the guard is like looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guard like touches his hair and it's Clint Eastwood's hair.
Good tension in this movie.
Yeah, for real.
Good pacing. It
And
just hasn't.
also, so this was shot in Alcatraz, which is a cool thing about it.
Yeah.
Actual Alcatraz. That makes it that like I mean, why wouldn't it be, I guess? But like that makes it like kind of fun to watch. But I wonder if because this is like based on a real escape, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder if how much of it is the escape is real. Because a lot of the
Well, yeah,
escape,
how could they tell though? Because did they interview those people? Like they never
I
got
mean,
caught.
no, they never got
the
caught,
broad
but
strokes
They
are
were
real.
presumed
The
dead.
you
broad
could figure out how they did it. You just follow the path. And also in
well,
a lot of prison movies, I feel like the escape is simpler and maybe like a little bit more like it's not as like realistic, but they
movie-ish.
because a lot of the escape in this movie is like them figuring out how to like get up to a pipe and then they get to the pipe and then they have to like crawl through a thing and it's like literally navigating the actual interior instead of like a screenwriter's idea of like you chisel through a wall and then you're like out or like that thing in Bad Boys where he like paints the fence with this thing and then they kick it. It's like kind of like movie shit, you know?
Plus, in
Yeah.
Bad Boys, he escapes, goes to his girlfriend's house. They're there. They get him. It's like there's these confrontations. Like this one, they do this really cool ambiguous ending where they escape, but you don't know what happened to him. But you see the chrysanthemum flower.
Right.
But
Apparently, that
we
original guy
never know
was
what. No one knows what
Morris
happened to these guys.
was first incarcerated in Florida at like the age 13.
That's where it starts. That's where all the greats start.
Hmm.
The
And
The
he was a
Escape is very
genius.
good,
Top
but
10%
Butts is scared. Butts is too
IQ.
scared.
Is that why he did that? I missed that part. I looked away for a second. I was washing
Yeah,
dishes.
Butts fucked up. He
Well,
like
he's
chickened
not a
out.
he's not the career criminal guy.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. He's like the guy who's in over his head and shit.
He stole a car. He was fucking around. It's
So
too
why
much
is
for
he at
him.
Alcatraz? Because I felt like that's like one of the
I
gnarliest
mean,
places
that's
to
what
go,
this is
That's
right?
one.
just
I
where
think
they.
this is one of the
Oh, okay.
fake things in the movie, and then in the real guy, he just couldn't get it through his grill.
The
So
It
real
just didn't
Butts
work
guy.
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
and he has a different name.
His butt was too big.
Yeah,
Um,
his balls and butt were too big, and he got stuck. And then Clint Eastwood, Frank Morris just got blown
Got,
real quick, and then
it
got
was
him on
kind
the
of like
front.
that. Yeah, those
Steps,
porn,
step siblings.
that
Yeah.
that like porn
stuck.
genre, the stuck. Yeah, where that your like mom is stuck in the
Stepmom
stepmom.
got
Yeah,
stuck in
stepmom.
the
Doggy
stepmom
door.
got stuck trying to escape Alcatraz.
Yeah. That's the kind of thing AI should be used for. Somebody should make an AI version of this movie where a Clint Eastwood
Somebody
is
email
stuck,
Adam a
has
link
too
to
big of a
that.
butt, and he's stuck in the thing, and then you can some guy with like a tribal arm tattoo comes over and like butt fucks him.
A very tanned
Just an
guy.
idea. Yeah, with like frosted tips. Um, but
And like in
oh
sneakers on.
yeah, something I liked about that butt. See, I almost said Seymour Butts. Charlie Butts thing is like uh how he like yeah he chickens out, then he tries to do it, then he can't, so he goes back, and then you see him the next day when they're like waking up before they realize that Clint Eastwood's gone. They see him and he's like other guys are like kind of waking up and putting their clothes on and stuff, and he's already awake and just like standing at his door, and he's like
Sweaty.
dead inside.
When he's
Sad.
covered in like sweat.
Oh, really? I missed that part.
Yeah, he
But
had
He's
like a big
sad.
dirt. He looked
yeah,
dirty.
I
Something
just
was
thought
up.
it was like yeah, it was like an interesting thing of him being like I don't know. Prison
I mean,
movies
he
are good
cried.
at
He
those
cried the whole
things.
night.
He
He was
cried the whole night,
bawling.
but then like that, but that was before he tried again, right?
Right. No, I
So
think that was
no,
after.
I think it was before.
I
Maybe.
don't remember.
But
He kind of goes, then he can't make it, and then he goes back. And I kept
like
speaking of Home
please yeah,
Alone, I kept thinking
Home
about
Alone.
like these like fake heads, like how cool it would be if they had like if they used like the animatronics, like the fans, and they made it look like they were partying in their cell.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then
Michael Jordan cut out.
the cops come by and they're like, they're having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Hey,
somehow
party,
rigs up the
cool.
accordion to say, in the count of 10, I'm gonna shoot you, you filthy animal.
Oh yeah, totally.
I like how this movie just has such simple, quiet scenes. Like when the warden sees the accordion box and opens it up and it's right next to the grill. It's like it's not completely overdone, but he really does get good tension out of it.
Oh.
Good a good stretching of time. And then he's like, move them on Wednesday. And you're
No,
like,
he said
oh,
move
they're
him immediately, and the guy was like, "Oh, yeah, we can't do it till Wednesday. We got paperwork and the like." And he goes, "You do?" And he's
He
like,
goes, make
"Yeah,
it Tuesday, he
Tuesday
says.
morning." What day was it?
Um,
That could have been Monday. It could have been a whole week.
it was Thursday. Yeah, no, it was Thursday, dude. They had plenty of time. They was talking about the next week.
They did have
So it
plenty
wasn't
of
that
time
big of a deal.
until Wolf got horned up.
Yeah. Poor Wolf.
He's just trying to get laid.
Yeah, he's just lonely.
get a knife.
Yeah,
And
like
then
a
he had his
glass knife.
a friend passed him a knife.
Yeah, who's this friend?
What about that cool scene where Clint Eastwood made that little metal
The wedge.
wedge and then hid it in his shoe, but then he also had one in his hand.
Yeah.
He's really good at sneaking past people in this movie, like with when he
The
steals the
dirt,
fan.
dumping the like
Oh,
brick or
another
whatever.
Shawshank,
Yeah.
another Shawshank element. This
Well, when
movie
did
and
that book come
Shawshank are
out then? Because maybe the book came out and
after
then
the movie.
weird.
But hey, that's cool. I don't know.
Stephen
I mean,
King,
did this movie like establish a lot of tropes?
you're fired.
Yeah.
Stephen King. You're done.
What is he, like a hack or something?
He's
Well,
done.
I think a lot of these ideas also were in The Great Escape about the prisoner of war escape, and they were digging tunnels
Yeah, and he
and
jumps a motorcycle over the thing.
dumping dirt. That happened too.
Did he really jump a motorcycle in real life?
Steve McQueen.
Yeah.
It's not
Um,
cars, baby. They did it.
Dude, Lightning McQueen. If you fucking try to lock up Lightning McQueen, I'd like to see you try.
I mean,
and
all you got to
then
do is take his tires off.
what
Yeah,
great
that's true.
animated
He
what
can't
great
do anything.
Actually, you
animated
just put a boot on
film
him, and that's what they do in the movie Cars, and it actually works pretty well. But
what
it's
great
not cool.
animated film was inspired by The Great Escape?
Say what?
What what great animated film was inspired by The Great Escape?
Pocahontas?
Chicken Run.
Chicken Run. Congratulations,
Really?
Adam. You get 1 point.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stuart Little.
Yes.
Do I still get a guess?
Keep
Stuart
going.
Little
Keep
2.
going. That's a good guess.
Ratatouille?
You should give him a point for this, Stuart. For
There's a
that.
mouse in this movie, so
Oh, the mouse. That mouse was the basis for Stuart Little. Yes.
That's awesome.
Here's Steve McQueen on his motorcycle, and he's
Great Escape.
jumping.
You.
Whoa! Right over the barbed wire fence. Good job, Steve McQueen.
That was one. Hold
That's the
on.
Great Escape.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about it.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
You just jumped a fucking motorcycle.
The
That's
right
it.
into
Nazis
the
are getting
Nazis.
him.
Then he had to turn
He's turning
around.
around. He's on his motorcycle. He's riding around and right into the barbed wire fence.
Yeah.
The
He gets
Nazis show
caught.
up.
Oh my God.
He's in the barbed wire.
That would kill you.
It's not that bad.
I don't know if it's fatal.
Yeah, that dude was entangled.
I'll tell you what would
That's
kill
why
you
you
is
got to do that iron neck
It most
thing,
likely
dude.
would slice something that shouldn't be sliced.
you know what would kill you is the motorcycle crash.
No,
That's those usually kill you.
no. He was
Motorcycle crashes aren't a big deal.
When you got a hog, you can ride a hog. That's it. That's
If
all it
only
takes.
Hell yeah. Hell
If
yeah,
only
dude.
You
Clint
got a
Eastwood
Steve
and his
McQueen type hog.
buddies built a motorcycle out of old parts and an accordion,
In like paper mache.
and they like rode it off the island and flew to San Francisco. They could have been living it up in the 1960s. Sandy Franny.
You know what's a
Been-
better?
Oh yeah, true.
While I was watching this, it just made me want to watch the Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah, is that a better version of
The
this? I've never
future, the
seen it.
one in the future jail.
Yeah,
That's a better version
and
of
he
this.
gets paid, right? That's his job.
What do you
to
mean? His
like
job is to get paid.
Sylvester Stallone's job is to
Oh, to
break out of
escape.
to
Yeah, yeah.
escape so
Oh,
that
that's
they can
cool.
learn the weaknesses.
Escape.
Uh,
It's called the Escape Plan.
Yeah. And he's
that's such a stupid idea for a movie to make it a guy whose pet job is because
yeah,
that's
and if
like
he
why
doesn't,
you're taking away all the stakes of the movie.
and
Yeah,
then if
what
he's
happens if he doesn't do it?
then he's just in jail.
Oh, that's
If he can't do it, then he has to stay there.
well, why is that the stipulation?
It's
For
like
a
a
job?
Japanese.
It's a great job that has job security. You have shelter, food. He doesn't even have to have a home.
Dude, I just
Sounds like
kill him.
Why aren't all these homeless people doing this job?
It sounds like a Japanese game show.
Yeah.
Yeah, or a Mr. Beast type thing.
I watched a
Yeah,
Sylvester
for real.
Stallone movie called Lock Up this week. You guys have to see how bad this is. It's unworthy of doing an episode, but this is one
Is
of
it
the
new? What is this?
80s. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in a movie. So Sylvester Stallone's in prison.
1989.
Donald Sutherland's the warden. He's getting abused.
Oh, I've
But
seen
Sylvester Stallone is a mechanic. So what do? They restore a beautiful 1968 Mustang.
that. Hell yeah.
In jail?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that the Rocky thing?
in jail. So they're just like built. They have like an engine. Yeah, they have power tools. They have no
No
supervision.
supervision.
Nobody is paying attention to this. They're just
He's got a freaking
giant engine block.
and a
Just sticking it in.
screw and a
The music is
Phillip. Like
awesome.
they're just giving him weapons.
What's the song?
Oh yeah, we're doing a
Just what-
car
This is,
building
who
montage.
is this? Curtis
Because I love you, need you.
or Gil Heron or something?
Gil Scott Heron?
Gil Scott Heron, yeah.
I don't know, man.
What happened to him after Rocky? He just kind of could do
So
whatever he
I'll tell you what
wanted.
happened to him. We talked about it on First Blood.
Yeah, on Cobra. Oh, yeah.
First Blood, he went into that tunnel with the rats and he was cold and he was miserable. And on the audio commentary, he says, I never wanted to be that uncomfortable ever again making a movie. And he never
So
was.
he just,
So,
yeah, he just doesn't want to be a good actor.
Tom Sizemore's in this. Yeah. So they're like working on this car. I mean, this just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Holy
and then
shit.
they make a car in a montage. And then there's this young guy.
She wrote me for a while.
This
He's
young
like-
old Italian
Never
guy.
gonna meet a girl again, or even see a real one.
Never gonna see a woman.
Kissing pictures in magazines, man. You know.
He's like, I
some
could
of
put
the
a
things
wig
I've
on.
never done. I never learned how to drive a car, Frank.
What? You never learned to drive a car?
I hope we don't get a speeding ticket. I hate
Oh,
that
now
in
Sylvester
jail.
Stallone's pushing the car around for
Supposed to be a
him.
wise guy.
He's in
You want to learn
neutral.
to drive or not? This is the best I can do. Okay.
Listen to this
Cut it
music.
sharp. That's it. All right, look.
He's just having fun driving a
Take a
car.
left on 42nd Street, and then we'll go on down to Broadway and check out the action, okay?
What Broadway? We're doing circles in a garage.
Oh, come on, Ferris. Work here with you, okay?
This is
You wanna stay
beautiful.
here?
He's
Or you
driving a
wanna go to Broadway
car.
and check out the action.
I want to check out the action, of course.
Shit.
What if they built like a
Alright.
naked, a fake woman? They're like,
Okay, I got it.
You
that's
gotta
not,
just-
that's
Whoa,
not two
whoa.
melons. Those are beautiful breasts. You're feeling them.
What woman? These are two melons.
Ladies. Yo, huh?
It's so long. It just keeps going on. I couldn't believe this scene. He's like, all right, get out of the car.
For 10
Insane.
seconds, it'll last for the rest of my life.
It's almost a
Let me-
2 hour long movie, too.
Come on. Let me just drive it once, please.
Just hear that engine.
Let me just hear that engine.
All right, go on.
All right. Turn on the engine. Please turn on the engine.
This is a euphemism.
Yeah. Here's Tom Sizemore. Early role.
Is that great, huh?
It's beautiful, baby.
Hit it one time. All right, one more time. Okay, turn it off.
Turn it off.
Did it. Turn it off.
Why does his face look like that?
Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
Come on, Ferris.
They built a car in secret in a prison.
If I turn it
Now
off,
this
I ain't
guy
gonna turn it on again, right,
has
Frank?
never
just-
driven a car before in his life.
Oh, no.
Is about to go crazy joyriding a car in a prison. How did they build a car? You know, they painted the car.
Yeah.
Is this a thing in prisons where you have a mechanic shop
Yeah.
and you can
do
secretly
they-
build a car?
What are they in prison for?
It's so dumb. Oh my god. No, Sylvester Stallone is in prison for the dumbest reason possible. Two punks were messing with an old man and he like beat him
Oh,
up
he's
and
the
they died.
hero.
That's why English in the movie is in jail.
Then he's in a minimum security prison. Then he wanted to see his dying father. So he escaped from prison to visit his dying father for 1 hour.
And then goes back.
And then it became and this is all conveyed in this dialogue scene with Donald Sutherland, and they're both talking in past tense. It's so fucking bad. It's so terrible. So now
It's
the
kind
guards.
of- there's something
now the
kind
gu-
of.
hold on. We got to describe.
okay.
The guards are shooting the
Okay.
car, which is now driving in the yard of the prison.
This like cherry red Mustang.
I never driven a car before. This is the biggest pile of 80s garbage I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
what the hell?
Well, there's kind of a visual poetry, you got to admit,
Yeah, I mean, that
the
looked fun to film.
red car driving through the
In a mud.
black, brown, gray prison. You know what I mean? There's beauty in that. That's like the flower in Escape from Alcatraz.
It's like all the red in Schindler's List. It's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Guess what they do
A little
next?
girl's coat.
They
Yeah.
It
That's
is
what they
like
do.
that, actually, Ryan. You're right.
they beat him in front of everybody.
Oh, they smashed the car.
Why are guards got to be like this?
That's not even the guards.
Oh, the guards give it to the prisoners.
I was thinking, what a gnarly job those Alcatraz in Escape from Alcatraz, those guards just had like batons, and they were all like 80.
Yeah.
And they're
It'd
crying
be
as the
so
car is smashed.
Oh
They're
yeah, it'd be so
crying.
easy to just like beat the
so
fuck out of these
easy to
guys.
take
Just
over
put,
that whole
yeah,
right.
yeah. You should riot. How come they didn't riot? All escape. I would have done it.
Their souls are broken.
Yeah, that's how they really keep you in the jail is by crushing your belief that you can
Yeah, that also looked
beat
really
the
fun. I'd
motherfuckers
love
up.
to smash a car up.
That's the in between thing in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
yeah, smashing the car
Yeah, it's awesome.
with your bare fists.
Yeah.
Also, in that's a big thing in Cool Hand Luke too, right? Like breaking the spirit. That's a
Yeah.
big
So
prison
true.
I mean, that's the whole
movie.
point of prison.
Prison movies.
Well, in prison.
Breaking your spirit.
Yeah, it's just you're
Breaking you like
easier
a
to
horse.
control, right?
I mean, it's too bad that one of us who has been to prison to the jail is not here right now. But
But he's done
Yeah,
other
they could never catch
episodes.
me. That's why they call me the
They never
slippery
broke his
wimp.
spirit.
yeah, Mike's still got his spirit. He's still vivacious, curvy, loving life.
Yeah, he
Hollering at
said he
black
couldn't make
women
it
on
because
Twitter.
yeah,
Yeah.
he couldn't make it because he was watching that WNBA players OnlyFans or something tonight.
Dude, I am really pissed. I actually am kind of pissed at Mike for
What's her name? She's 6'8". She's beautiful.
she's a queen. She's kind of
And
like a
Not a
goddess, like a
queen. She
literal
was an
god.
NBA player.
If you
he
fuck
doesn't
this
find
chick,
her
it'd be like
attract. He
fucking an
doesn't find
actual
her
like god.
attractive. Her name is Liz Cambage.
But he's comparing, he's like saying like he wants her to have the proportions of like a 5'3", like you know what I mean? She would have like the most
Yeah,
gigantic tits and ass of all time if
She's
she was like
six
that.
eight.
She'd be like the Hulk of yeah.
That's tall,
she'd
right?
be like the She-Hulk.
It's kind of tall. Oh yeah, she'd be
Yeah,
like a kind of
come on.
She-Hulk if that existed. But
I don't like this OnlyFans thing where they're like in lingerie. They don't get naked.
yeah, that's kind of a cop out.
And I don't like women getting rich
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of annoying.
for that
Well,
kind
you could
of
start an OnlyFans, William.
pornography. I want it's like if you're gonna be a whore, you got to be a dirty whore.
You could start a nude. You could, do an OnlyFans, do it the right way, be all nude, finger in yourself, your
I like to
butthole,
You ever thought about that?
I would have to
jerking
tease. That's the
your clit.
unfortunately the business prefers teasing. I would have to hold up a thimble over my genitals.
No, something
Yes.
smaller. You don't, because that sucker, a thimble could fit both
What if I
nuts
did the
and your
Clint
little
You
Eastwood
could
dongle.
put your
thing?
balls too in the thimble.
What if the Clint Eastwood thing where I'm like nude, but the camera's 300 feet away?
You're
Oh,
gonna, I
Clint
mean, you could
Eastwood, he
be
was the
30
first
feet away. You could
OnlyFans.
be 30 feet away and it look the same.
It's in that giant room in LA, where they have the ceiling lights that they shot like Dark Knight, and it's like a
Stick a
common
couple,
and I'm just far away. I'm like 300 feet away walking fully nude,
Yeah.
jumping up and down.
It'd be cool to be far away and at a shot and you're completely naked and you have a big boner, but then as you're walking towards the camera, you're losing your boner and it's getting smaller and
yeah,
smaller and you're
because you're
cold, so it gets
shy.
really small and like until it's
It
you know
deflates.
yeah. And then it's
What if
kind of like a vertigo shot. It's like the penis vertigo shot.
what if they did a OnlyFans out of prison with hidden cameras? So you just see the guys in their
Well, I
cell
mean,
taking a dump or like in the showers.
That'd be
yeah,
cool.
you saw
That's Big Brother. They should
that
do a real
prison
Big
guard
Brother.
Yeah.
that just got sentenced because she was hooking up with two, like having a threesome, and one of the cellmates filmed it and then like posted it online somehow,
Oh,
and then
I'd be
now
so pissed.
she's going to prison for like 4 years.
Well, we all know my favorite prison film,
Y-
the Richard Speck sex tape.
My favorite one is
Stop pulling up disturbing. Like
mine is
got like a big
uh
smile on his face as
the
he's
Rob
Googling
Schneider
shit.
movie.
Big Stan.
Big
Yeah,
Stan.
Big Stand, dude. That is so good. What is
I love
this?
it's like Richard Speck and he's like
This is real?
he's topless and he has like weird breast.
Dude, he's got some nice little titties, dude.
And then
Yeah.
there's like a black guy who looks like
This is
Miles
in prison?
Davis. Yeah, this was like a big scandal.
Looks like
And they're like
Miles.
and they're like doing coke and meth and like
Oh, in
But
prison he's doing
who is
coke and meth?
Richard Speck? An actor?
he's a serial killer who murdered like 12 nurses in one night or like nursing students or sorority girls.
And he's just getting banged and
Well, he has like breast and he's like this caused a big scandal. And I remember as a kid I saw it on PBS and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
PBS, the fucking smut channel. This is the more gross, one of the most disturbing things I've seen.
why this is just on CBS?
No, PBS,
No, this is
the
on
public
A&E.
broadcasting,
Oh.
brought to, made possible for by viewers like you, right?
Hell yeah.
Imagine being so pent up that you find Richard Speck attractive.
I mean,
I
he's
mean,
got
he's not.
titties. It's
That's
not
the
like
number one comment on that
not like a
video.
man that doesn't have titties. It's like at least he's got titties.
Yeah, he has titties. Now you're thinking. Now you're making sense.
Yeah,
Like
you
the
combine him with China's clit,
You got a
you got
full
quite a
man.
little body on you.
You got everything you need.
Yeah, dude. Well, how come this guy's jail experience is so lovely? Richard Specs. Oh, look at that big fat.
Oh.
It's a fat guy.
She's not
Crystal's
fat.
way fatter than the last time I saw.
She's not fat. She's on a diet.
Oh, okay.
She has a lot of fur.
Sure. That's what I say too.
No. Oh, what's this kitty cat? Oh, Ryan has a white cat.
Oh, white.
Makes the time pass better.
How
Did you
is
like the
this?
part of the movie when he put
Uh,
the mouse in his pocket? He's like, he's coming with us. And
Yeah,
what,
whatever
Oh,
happened to that
drowning,
mouse? There's no
drowning.
way. Just in the pocket,
Mouse
drowning
just
and freezing.
definitely drowned in the
Because
ocean.
they don't take a boat in the movie. They take like a paddle.
Life jackets.
They have like a paddle
essentially.
board.
He probably
Like a
squished the mouse in the pipe and it was just like crawling around with a dead mouse in his pocket for a while.
Look at them.
Oh, who is this guy? Is this yours or your girl's?
Both. It's Kimba.
Kimba? What
The white
what's
lion.
Kimba. It is time. What's the temperament of this cat?
It's literally the best one I've ever met.
Because it kind of
I'm
looks
not even
like
joking. It's the most
no, I
lovey-dovey.
mean not better than Lenny, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
He definitely better than Lenny. Lenny was too beefy and always like had to like he was like an older brother.
Watch it. Watch it.
You know, no, he would come in and just like he was the alpha.
Have you seen that Steven Crowder video where he's talking to his wife? That's how I'm going to start talking to you in a second, dude.
Adam, put away
I'm
the
saying
cigar.
I love
Watch
Kim,
it.
I love Lenny.
I'm just kidding.
But he was buff,
But
dude. He would. I remember I brought a girl when I was house cat sitting for you once, and I brought a
yeah.
girl over just to feed, and he ended up
Oh,
banging that girl.
oh, cool.
Lenny?
No,
He's just
yeah,
strong, strong
alpha,
black man.
just
Yeah, strong
alpha,
black alpha.
and I
But
didn't even care
oh,
like
cool.
that.
It
That's how
it
because
kind
it
of
was
made you
like,
feel like honored a little bit.
yeah,
You
kind
know what
of
I'm
like,
saying?
okay, I'm bringing something he likes. I'm bringing
Yeah,
something he
exactly.
likes. No,
But
Lenny's
that's
a
cool. I'm
badass.
wondering if because Joey, the other cat, is like a white cat,
Yeah, I
but he's
never
got the
really met
spots
Joey
on it
that
and shit.
much.
Joey's a fucking little gremlin idiot. But if this cat's cool, I wonder if like a full white cat is kind of like a full black, because black cats are cool and like chill and
Hmm.
they'll look at you in the eyes, they'll like like cuddle with you and stuff.
All right, let's get to ratings. Enough of that garbage. I had to mute Adam.
Coats really tell a lot about what a cat's personality is. That's
I
all I'll
get
say.
it. You love Ryan. What's your ratings? Let's end this
I love
garbage.
cats.
I
Cool.
mean, I
Cool.
wish they would have done more spotlight shots because that opening scene with the spotlight was badass.
What about the end when they're escaping in the
No, that was
lighthouse and
just
the
going
spotlight?
around. Yeah. But that
Yeah, got to take a star off for that.
specifically, I mean, what is it out of 5?
Yeah, still out of 5.
I
I'd
mean,
probably
this
go 3.5, 4.
this is a 4.5
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah, I would go 4 at
because
least.
it's almost
I'd say
perfect.
4.
It's like nearly perfect film.
I think it would have been perfect if Clint Eastwood would have kissed the guy in the shower and then beat him up. That
You
would
know
have
the
made it a
It would have been
5.5.
better. It would have been better if they weren't so far away on that shot of his hog.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
okay, you're
saying?
right. Yeah, I'm going down to 3.
Do you still think it's a perfect movie, William? They
the
fucked up.
weakest
The
element of the
director fucked
movie,
up in the most important shot.
the weakest element from this movie for me is Wolf. I just don't buy that guy with his like
Yeah.
And
slurping on
what?
the spaghetti. I kind of
Yeah,
feel like that kind of cliched character is a weakness in the movie. But I really like Patrick McGoohan as the warden. I think he's like exceptional in the
he's really
role.
good.
He's a
His first scene is really good too.
he's an insane Catholic also, which is so when he made Braveheart, him and Clint or Mel Gibson really got along.
Nice.
They're very strict. And then I just read this cool trivia about him where he's in that movie Scanners, the Cronenberg movie, and
Oh
he
yeah.
was talking to Jennifer O'Neill, and she's been like divorced 3 times, and he's like, "Are you a whore? Are you a slut?
In
Why
real
are you?"
life, like
Yeah,
behind the scenes.
on set,
A cool
Oh,
guy.
that wasn't even in character.
just
So
an
he just
asshole.
is that warden.
How do you can't even like Me Too somebody for doing that. It's just such a weird thing to
I mean,
do.
you gotta answer.
He's
Yeah, that's
also
not like harassment. It's like a guy being like a weird
Yeah. How come you
judge.
keep getting
It's like being
divorced? You a
Maud
whore?
Flanders. Yeah. So
well, the reason why he didn't get in trouble is because she is a whore and a slut. So
she's like, yeah, you got a point.
you got a point. I'm loose down there.
What is that? What's going on, Ryan?
I hear noise.
Uh-oh. Better end this episode. What should we do next?
What if Ryan gets like killed on screen or something?
Did you ever see Hunger? The
Uh,
Hunger Strike movie.
you mean
Oh, it's
the Steve
coming.
McQueen movie?
Yeah.
No, no,
I'm
never.
thinking of doing Hunger. That's a
Oh,
serious
it's
movie.
oh my God, the movie started playing in the background.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
weird. I thought like another
It
guy
was
was
the
coming into
spaghetti
your
scene.
thing.
No, it was literally the spaghetti scene. 10 minutes
Thinking of
in.
doing Hunger.
Cool. Yeah, mix it up.
It's a good,
Who cares,
depressing
man?
movie.
Speaking of spaghetti, yeah.
um, that's cool. I
Ryan,
can't.
see you next year. Thanks for showing up.
I got my quota, my yearly quota.
Yeah, you dip in. Wow the fans. Give them what they
Just
want. Dip
just
out.
let the viewership
When you
double
listen to
real
this
quick.
podcast, you don't do the time does you.
Yeah.
You know?
I thought I escaped,
Yeah, I know.
but here
These
I
ge-
am.
Yeah, I got
These
you. The
ga-
warden got you.
Our gay jokes are the
That's
thing
why.
they can't take away from us.
That's my
Yeah.
little
That's my chrysanthemum.
What if we?
chrysanthemum.
What if you had like the contraband in your cell in jail and stuff, but it was just like the China clit pictures and Richard Speck's titties pictures,
Like
That's
like
the
laying on your
painting.
bed, just like looking.
poo covered dildos.
Yeah, okay, that's it.
I will say I'm gonna have to resubscribe to my
A painting of the warden with a cum stain on his face. Just like, ew.
instead of a bird flying out of
We're taking
bars,
away
it's-
your dick.
I was thinking it'd be
That's
cool,
all
like
that's all I've got.
the way because
Taking
they're
away
always like
your tiny thimble-sized penis.
they're always passing stuff from like cell to cell, and I think it'd be cool if you just got whatever the guy was passing you, and then you just pass the next guy like a
A little
the
just a
turd or
little,
like a
Or you just have
cum rag or
you,
something.
you just have cum on your hand. You just like wipe it on it.
Yeah,
and you go hee hee hee.
yeah.
They're like,
Just a
dude,
little practical joke.
and they're like,
You gotta spend it pass the time somehow.
Yeah,
You're like, don't rape that guy. He likes it. He's doing it on purpose. Well, what am I supposed to do?
that guy who's laughing like Michael Jackson.
Just hands him a cummy dime.
Please,
What's
Your
that
Honor,
guy?
don't let me out. They're like, technically, he's not even in prison. His sentence is.
He just won't
I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I'm institutionalized.
What
Come
do I
on,
gotta
butts.
do? What do I gotta do to some trailer park boy shit?
Hey, I'm not around next weekend, but
Oh,
and also let's not do it this week because it's my birthday.
When's
Why?
your birthday? Wednesday?
My birthday's on Friday, but
Oh, I thought it was
I'm
Wednesday.
gonna do like a birthday week.
what are you doing for your birthday week?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out right now, but one of my presents was not doing this podcast.
You know
so-
where you should go this weekend? Pacific Palisades, beautiful part of the LA.
I've heard it's really
Yeah.
nice. I want to check it out.
Check out Malibu, Nobu. It's beautiful. This is a good week to have a celebration with nothing bad happening.
Dude, it's not over yet, by the way. There's like the winds are picking up tomorrow, so
Yeah, I mean it's 11% contained though, so they'll
But the
probably be fine by
winds,
the
that's
weekend.
that's a lot actually if you think about it.
they
Much
say the winds won't be as
double
fast as
digits.
last time, so they won't burn as many homes down.
There was a guy down here who was caught trying to set a fire.
There's that guy
Yeah,
was
I
right by
saw
my
that.
house. The famous guy was right by my house.
That
These
you
fucking
should have got an autograph.
these tweakers.
Were they just playing or what?
Yeah, they were just he set the fire. He's like, I'm just fucking around.
I'm
Just
my come on, I'm
gotcha,
just playing.
gotcha.
No, I heard
Yeah.
it was a satanic
Dude,
ritual.
Antifa.
Is
You
it
better not
tweakers or is it like people with
Antifa.
schizophrenia?
Or was it Hillary Clinton trying to cover up all the
Oh,
child pornography?
Yeah, I think one of the hard drives.
The evidence of
There's too
Comet
much.
Pizza, huh?
There was too much
Very con Come on,
pornography on a computer,
come
and it
on,
blew the computer up.
come on,
oh yeah.
come on, man.
From
You know
being
what
too
happened.
hot.
You know what happened. You know
Too
what
much child
happened.
porn. The
Come on,
computer blew up from being too hot.
come on. You know what
Somebody ordered
happened.
a.
What is this? What are you doing?
Yeah,
Come on, come on. You know what happened. You know,
Stop doing
what are you
this.
doing?
you know,
All right, we gotta stop doing this
You
podcast.
can't
Like I
I'm
do
just
doing Mel
said.
like you can't
Gibson. Mel
Unabomber.
Gibson on Joe
Oh
Rogan.
yeah.
Oh, right.
The twitching.
I
He looks.
kind
He
of I
also
think I
looks
might listen to
good.
that whole episode because of how intense he is being in that
He's
clip I saw.
he's a
I
great
love
actor.
that's dude, that's why he's like so incredible to watch. The intensity is real. You can't fake it.
But not the he needs someone else to write the lines. A good maybe a
Right.
Shane Black.
I think he should have been Jesus in Passion of the Christ. It would have been a whole different movie.
He should have been Satan. It's
That would
like
have been
what do you
cool.
Satan in that movie looks like Michael Jackson. No, he looks like Obama, right? That
Oh,
was the thing.
I
Did
thought
he
he
look
looked like
like a
Billy Corgan or something like that.
or he looks like he's like Italian, but
Bald guy.
Monica Bellucci,
Muy
great,
bueno. Muy
great role
bonito.
for her. Um,
The
I
Belushi.
I
This is
listened to some
yeah,
of
we
Joe
love
Rogan,
Belushi.
Mel Gibson, and the whole time I'm thinking like, can you just ask him about Pasolini or like movies or something? Because like I really want to know about his Jesus filmmaking style and how Gospel According to Saint Matthew influenced how Salo, the guys in Passion of the Christ who beat Jesus act exactly like the guards in Salo. They're laughing. They're doing exactly the same shit.
It's a fun
I'm
job.
sure that's a big movie for him.
It's like, come on, man, ask him a real question. But instead, it's like,
What about
come on,
aliens in these fires?
the
Yeah.
drones.
Mel, come on the podcast, Mel.
Joe Rogan, we're ready. We want to go on. We need
Joe, come on the
exposure.
podcast.
Um,
No, he's coming
I
onto
can
ours.
go. I mean, he's not too far from where I'm living.
No, you got to be like Kamala and be like, "Hey, I'm busy.
I'd go
I
show
can't."
up, go knock on his door.
Okay, do it. Yes, just give it a shot.
Yo, Rogue,
Try to take him down. If you
let's
can
talk
take him
about
down in
China,
jujitsu, he has to do your
the
podcast.
wrestler. Honestly,
we ain't no
Yeah,
DEI hire, Mel. We're
He
white.
keeps wanting to talk about China, the country, and like
and I just keep bringing up.
just talking about
I mean,
you're
once
just like, yeah, I love, China, and you just bring up the clip picture. China's a threat to America. You see the size of this
rest in
clip?
peace.
Yeah, for real.
That's why they killed her.
That's why they had to take her down. She's becoming too powerful.
Nothing happens on accident. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, God's reason.
Mm,
You
God is
know?
good.
That's
No,
what Jared
God
Fogle
is
said.
bad. God is bad. No one actually knows this, but God's actually just like a computer.
That's the Jared Fogle probably says. Jared
He
Fogle
said
probably
it in
says
his
God is
court. Yeah,
bad.
he said no, everything happens for a reason. I just was
Oh.
following God's orders.
Oh, people try to use God. It's like blame it on God. God told me to
Damn.
do it.
I'm innocent.
Do you think he draws like naked photos or naked pictures of little kids?
In Subway, yeah, he draws them and they're like all packed up in his old pants. He's got like 10
Yeah.
kids in his old giant pants and he wears them like a backpack.
Yeah, in those pictures, there's a
Like
kid
a
in the
Santa Claus,
pants.
like a
There's, you
fucking
can't see it, but there's a
Krampus.
kid
No, no, no,
Like
no.
inside
He
the
has
pants.
he's eating lunch and there's like a little naked kid in his pocket. He gets like a spaghetti noodle.
That kid, yeah, those pants are perfect size for an average
It
man
comes
and
out.
also a
The
child.
pedophile of Alcatraz.
With the that kid's
You,
so tiny.
Doc, I need you to smuggle something for me or a litmus.
Litmus.
Litmus, yeah.
What do you need?
He
There's
goes
like a
blue when it's
baby in
cold
a
and red when it's hot.
in an accordion box.
Yeah, totally. All right.